Hello everyone, today I'll be playing some more Pauper and I'll be trying out two new decks that I haven't played before. And the first deck of the day is Blue-Red Kiln Fiend. Izzet Blitz is the commonly used name for it in the Pauper community. And a little bit of a different version. This is the version that Lauren Mulligan won the Rex to Riches tournament in somewhere in America, I don't remember. At Mock's boarding house, basically, they have a huge Pauper tournament there, a Pauper tournament, and I think they even use paper rules, so you're allowed to play Merchant Scroll and Desert, though they do ban Sinkhole and Hymn to Turak, as far as I know. But yeah, she managed to win the tournament with Izzet Blitz, and she made some alterations to this deck list and to the archetype that are usually not in the deck. So here we have Spellweaver Eternal over the usually played Augur of Bolas, making the deck a little bit worse in terms of card advantage, but a lot more explosive because you have another threat that can actually threaten to kill them. And then also we have Metamorphose here, which provides us a free cycling spell that can trigger all three of these abilities on our creatures, growing them bigger without costing us a card and without costing us mana. So it's going to make our mulliganing a little bit less reliable, opens us up a little bit to Dispel or something in the earlier turns, but as a payoff we get some much more explosive combo turns. And to protect the creatures, there's Daze in this list, which is usually not played, because most of these decks try to run a higher count of Gush, and then you really don't want to be bouncing your lands to your hand too early, and the Daze can help you tap out for a Kiln Fiend or Nivix Cyclops earlier on, and then if they try to kill it and tap themselves out for that, you just Daze, untap and kill them. And the only change I made, I wanted the 4th Mutagenic Growth, because I think that's currently one of your strongest cards in the deck. There's so many Lightning Bolts Galvanic Blast decks running around that getting your Nivix Cyclops out of Galvanic Blast range and your Kiln Fiend out of Lightning Bolt range for 0 mana is a huge advantage. And I cut the 3rd Daze for it. So other than that, I'm exactly playing her list, including the sideboard. So yeah, if that wasn't clear, the main goal of the deck is to put down one of these 3 creatures, though Kiln Fiend and Nivix Cyclops are preferable. You protect them with Daze, Mutagenic Growth, then Dive Downs and Dispels out of the sideboard to keep them alive. Untap, then you cast a bunch of spells, both free spells or maybe just pay some blue mana for cantrips to grow your Nivix Cyclops and Kiln Fiend a little bit, and then we give them Trample and Double Strike with Temur Battle Rage, so we try to deal 20 damage in a single turn. And if our opponent is trying to defend themselves, we can still attack for 4 damage or 7 damage or something with this in each turn and put pressure on them until they have to tap out for something and let their guards down, and then in that turn where they're not protecting themselves, we can kill them. And the sideboard is basically just there to supplement the main game plan. We have Dispel and Dive Down to keep our creatures alive. Hydroblast can fight against burn spells that are trying to kill our creatures, as well as opposing Pyroblast. We have Pyroblast against counter magic, and to get blue blockers out of the way, buy ourselves some time against Delver of Secrets and Ninja of the Deep Hours. And then Drazi Sky Spawner is a little bit of an alternative plan, but mostly there to protect us against Chainer's Edict. And the one of Electricity also buys us some time against Swarm decks. And yeah, that's basically it. Let's try it out and see how it goes.